Good afternoon, folks. Ari here from Direct Auto Outlet in Fair Oaks, California. I've got this gorgeous 2004 Cadillac DeVille for you today, and this will be a test drive and driving impression video of this car as we get it out on the road, put it through its paces, and take you along with us for the ride. Now, we do have an in-depth walk-around video of this car as well, where we go through the ins and outs and demonstrate as many functions and features for you today. I'll be sure to include links to both videos in the description portion of the ad anywhere you see this vehicle for sale, but I wanted to just take a quick walk around before we hop on in, just to show you how brilliantly the exterior of the vehicle presents. And without further ado, we'll go ahead and get started on our test drive video. Thank you for joining us. All right. $90,623 original miles. Go ahead and get our seatbelt on here, safety first. Folks, these are one of the most comfortable vehicles you will ever experience. If you have never driven one of these before, you owe it to yourself to try it out, because it is truly an experience. One of the most comfortable cars and smooth cars that you'll ever drive. A lot of car for the money if you think about it, with only 90,000 original miles, with this vehicle being now 21 years old. That's less than 5,000 miles per year, which is extremely low. It's about 1/3 of the industry average and state averages. But a lot of times with Cadillacs or Lincolns, they had ownership of maybe a senior citizen, someone on the older side who didn't drive or commute to work on a regular basis. And that might have been the case with this. Transmission shifts are just about as smooth as butter. I love that Cadillac emblem right at the end of the hood. Not only does it give you a better perspective of where the hood ends, but it reminds me of older vehicles. I loved hood ornaments. I drove Mercedes-Benz vehicles for many years. I lusted over those cars in the 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s, and then I kind of fell out of love with them because I felt like their vehicles were lacking soul and character in the newer ones. But the older ones were great, and I loved watching that silver star at the end of the hood. This is what something just reminded me of. It took me back in time. Vehicle's running really smooth, really quiet, very little road noise. Vehicle is driving straight. It's not pulling to the left or the right. You have these little blinkers on the side view mirrors that will let people around you know that you're turning using your blinker. Vehicle's running extremely smooth. It feels like it's just gliding on air. Seats are extremely comfortable. They're heated, they're air conditioned. They offer excellent support with power lumbar support as well. Then as we brake here to come to a stop at this red light, I'm not feeling any shaking or shimmying on the pedal, not feeling any shaking or shimmying on the chassis of the vehicle, and also not feeling any shaking or shimmying on the steering wheel. Nothing that would indicate any warpage of the brakes or rotors whatsoever. Have the air conditioning going, and it is blowing nice and cool. Barely even feel the vehicle is on. It is running so smooth, no vibrations whatsoever. You don't feel any feedback from the engine on the steering wheel. When you take off, you're not feeling any clunks from a tired motor or transmission mount. This next road over here will make a right turn. This next road here is going to have a lot of uneven roads, rough pavements, and potholes, and it really puts the suspension through its paces. We purposely bring vehicles here to see if there's any excessive wear and tear on the front suspension, such as the upper or lower control arms, ball joints, tie rod ends, sway bar links. We'll typically feel them here if they're bad enough. You'll feel movement, you'll feel clunks, you'll feel rattles, you'll feel squeaks. I'm not feeling any of that. This vehicle is just gliding on air, riding very smoothly. This is the type of vehicle you want to get behind the wheel of and just drive on a long trip, on a 400 or 500 mile trip, and you're going to get there very rested. The next street, folks, we're going to make a right-hand turn on, and we're going to do a 0 to 60 acceleration run going up a hill, which will be putting maximum load on the vehicle. With the air conditioning running, we're going to have everything going against the vehicle, and seeing under those conditions, seeing how it does. I'm going to allow the traffic to pass here just to give us enough space to be able to get to 60 miles per hour. So bear with me just a moment. And gosh, so much luxury for the time. Heated steering wheel, heated seats, air-conditioned seats, tri-zone climate control. It's just a lot of luxury, folks. I'm going to zoom in, lower the steering wheel here with using the tilt. I'm going to zoom in and show you how quickly we get from 0 to 60. I'm going to do about 50% throttle here, go up to 60, 70, 80% throttle. Shifts are super smooth and precise, and you're up to 60 and beyond before you know it. As we slow back down to a safe speed, vehicle handles beautifully. Very impressive. I think this will make a great vehicle for its next owner. You're certainly going to like how it drives. Well, folks, if you enjoyed this video thus far, please do consider giving us a big old thumbs up. Make sure you slam that like button. We'd also love it if you subscribe to our channel. We really are concentrating on growing our YouTube channel this year, and we cannot not do it without your help. So please like and subscribe, and then hit the bell notification icon so you can be notified of all of our future videos. For those of you watching from out of state or out of town, do want to remind you we do have affordable nationwide shipping and transport services available. So just give us a call and we'll get you a quote on what it would take to get this vehicle from our doorstep to yours. So don't be shy. Trade-ins are welcome. Extended warranties are available. And if you think of any additional questions, comments, or concerns, anything that you'd like to speak to a live person about, you can get a hold of me by dialing area code 916-765-7575. You can also find us 24/7, 365 days a year on our website at directautooutlet.com. Really smooth riding car. No matter what kind of surface you ride it on, it rides beautifully, drives beautifully. Transmission is in great shape. The inside is very clean. No smoke odors, no pet hair, no rips, no cracks. This had to have been owned by a senior citizen. It's just, when you combine the cleanliness of the vehicle combined with the low mileage, it just doesn't make sense for it to be anything but that. These vehicles are also very fuel efficient, especially on the highway, where many people have reported getting in excess of 25 or even 30 miles to the gallon on the highway. Pretty impressive considering the weight and the power and performance that this vehicle has to offer. Just great technology for being over 20 years old. Folks, as we make our way back to the lot here, I'm going to be wrapping up in just a few moments, but do want to take this opportunity to thank you for joining us and investing your valuable time, sticking with us throughout the entirety of this video. I'm just going to pull in and back up into a slot, and then we'll go ahead and wrap up. For those of you stuck with us all the way through, do want to thank you, and also hope to see you soon. Open Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., Sunday from 11 to 4. Thank you so much, folks. Come on out and see us. We hope to see you soon. Take care now. Bye-bye.